Hi, welcome back to a little bit of Calm and Crazy. My name is Jennifer and today I am so excited to share with you a little bit of Christmas in July. Is it ever too early to start thinking about Christmas? I hope not. It's always a fun time for me to plan and think about Christmas. Not decorate, that would be crazy, but I do love to start thinking about creating my Christmas decor and Christmas gifts, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you 3 super easy and fun Christmas Dollar Tree DIYs. But the best part is this is actually a collab with 4 other girls here on YouTube. So the mastermind behind this collaboration is Courtney from Creative on the Cheap. She was so great and reached out to all of us and asked if we wanted to participate, and I'm so glad that she did. And so the other 3 YouTubers that are doing this with us is Kristin Kay, and if you've been around, you know that I love and adore her. I have never collabed with the other 2 girls, and I am so excited to get the opportunity to do so today. We have Yami from the Latina Next Door, as well as Whitney from Whiskey and Whit. There is a playlist for you to check out. I would love it if you would go and visit each one of their videos. You guys, you can never get enough inspiration, and you will love each one of their channels. We all bring something different to the table, but we all love our budget DIYs, and you will not be disappointed. If you are new to my channel and you've come over from any of their channels, thank you so much and welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. I hope that you will take a moment and say hello and introduce yourself in the comments below. And of course, if you are returning, as always, I am so appreciative and thank you so much for coming back. I do love that you take the time to watch my videos. If you don't know it, you can find me on Instagram. It is a little bit of Calm and Crazy over there, just like it is here. I do enjoy posting some short videos over there that I don't post here, as well as sharing some more personal information and a little bit about my family and whatever we have going on. So if that interests you, make sure that you find me over there. If you enjoy budget decor and DIYs, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And let's go ahead and get into these Christmas DIYs. For the first project, I grabbed 3 of these white ceramic candle holders, the red and black buffalo check scarf, a package of these black socks, but you will only need 1 for this project. And the last thing that I'm using is some good old E6000. So to start off with, I just take some E6000 around the rim of one of the white ceramic candle holders, and once I have the E6000 there, I place the candle holder just right on top. It is that simple. Then I move on to another candle holder, adding some E6000 around the rim, and this time I'm adding the 2 candle holders on top of that. It really doesn't matter how you do it as long as you end up with a stack of 3. Make sure you let this have time to set up overnight or a complete 24 hours. And then you can move on to the next step. So here I'm taking the sock, I'm showing you that I'm going to be placing it over. You need to cut out the toe part of that sock and getting that all out of the way. Now, see that little loose string? I want that gone, and then I want to make sure that I have a pretty clean straight edge. And so here you see that I have a little bit of that toe left, and I just wanted to snip that right off. Now I will deal with this in just a little bit. I'm not quite ready to deal with that toe yet. So I go ahead and I place my sock with the opening of the sock around. Now it's time to move on to the scarf. I don't want to cut my scarf yet because I want to save this precious scarf. So I tie it on first, so I make sure that I have the exact length that I want around my little snowman. So tie it around. Notice I'm not gluing these things down, so if I ever want to change them out, I can. Then using the lines on the scarf, I go ahead and I cut the scarf to the length that I want. Once I have one side done, because it is a raw edge and I like things to match, I go ahead and I do the same thing to the other end. And I am not even wasting this end. This end is what I use to actually tie my sock, or now my snowman's hat, to create that top of his hat, wasting nothing. So I wrap that around, I flip over my snowman, I tie that into a knot, and there you have a super easy little snowman. He is perfect for Christmas, or if you are like me, you like to keep your snowman up even in the winter time. I just adore him. Project number 2 is almost just as easy. I'm starting off with this little white bucket that came from Dollar Tree, as well as some rope and some poster stickers. And all you will need is some hot glue. So to start off, I'm taking the rope and some hot glue and taking the rope around the little bucket. I will be doing this 2 times around, and I'm making sure that the hot glue is on the very edge and that I'm keeping that rope really tight to that edge. I don't want the hot glue to go over the edge, but I want to make sure that that edge of the rope and the edge of the bucket are meeting up. Now, when I get back to going around the second time, I'm just making sure that the hot glue and the rope are bumping up to the previous rope, and I'm just nestling that hot glue right on inside of that point. Now, when I get to the very end, my one tip that I have for you is to cut your rope at an angle. That is the easiest way to have it have a nice gradual way to blend in, and it doesn't look quite so obvious that you have cut it off. After that, you just need to add your letters. Now, you can just place your letters on it if you're really good at eyeballing. I'm not good at eyeballing. I tend to mess that up and get them in the wrong place. So my tip is to use a plastic ruler to help you to line up your letters and get them where you want to go. I find that this is a much easier way for me to do it. So it helps me just to get my placement better. So once I have my letters on there, it is that simple. I chose to go with Joy. I think that these letters fit perfectly on here, but you of course could have done anything. I think it'd be really cute to do 3 of these and do like ho ho ho. Of course, you could spell out anything that you want to. I love this. It's super simple. I can't wait to fill it up with different items. It could hold like a small Christmas tree, candy canes, pine cones. The options are endless. For my third project, I'm using this fall thankful sign from Dollar Tree, as well as I printed off Baby It's Cold Outside because I cannot draw a straight line. So I will leave the font and the size of the font along with the whole entire supply list for you in the description box. I'm also using some black acrylic paint, and I will be using some chalk paint, some white chalk paint, but I will tell you what I prefer instead as we go along. So to start off with, I'm just painting the top of this with the black acrylic paint. It only did take 1 coat of paint in order to cover this all the way up, and I was just really careful not to get it to go over the edges. I didn't find it actually too terribly hard to do that. You do have a little bit of that white of the buffalo check to kind of help you keep your lining up. So if you need to tape it off and you feel like you want to, that's fine. I was worried about the tape possibly ripping the paper. So for me, it was easier to go ahead and do it this way. With the black, it really does only take 1 coat. And so taking your time to do that 1 coat, I was okay with it because I knew that I wasn't going to need to come back and do this again. Once your paint has completely dried, now you can move on to the next step. I have a piece of chalk here. It's just a white piece of chalk, and I'm just taking it onto the back of my paper on creating like a transfer. Because the background that I am transferring onto is black, that is why I'm using chalk. If I was transferring onto a lighter color background, I would use pencil instead, and I have shown that technique before. If you are interested in anything like that, I can absolutely link a video showing you that as well. Once I have the chalk on the back, I'm just tracing over my letters in order to transfer that chalk onto my black background. And once I've traced over all of my letters, there you have it. You can see them completely on there, and don't worry about the extra chalk. I will take care of that in a little bit. So I'm going in with some Waverly chalk paint in white in a small brush. I'm not going to lie, you guys. This was tedious, a little bit awful, and time consuming to do it this way. I really was hoping that the fine brush would give me the results that I wanted over using like a paint pen or a chalk pen. If I had to go back, would just use like a chalk marker instead. So if you happen to have that, just pull it out and use it. It will go so much faster than doing it this way. So once I got it all done, I just set it aside, I let it dry, and then I went in with a paper towel and I just dusted off the chalk. See how easy it comes off? It's really simple. It doesn't stay behind or anything, and it is so cute. This really was a fun little project to make. Baby, It's Cold Outside is one of my favorite little Christmas songs. It just makes me giddy, and I am so excited to be able to use this as part of my decor this winter. I hope that you enjoyed all 3 of these projects today. I had so much fun creating them, but as always, I love to hear which one is your favorite. Don't forget to stop by and visit the other girls and see what they created for you as well. Leave them a snowman emoji in their comments, letting them know that I sent you. If you are coming over from one of the other channels, thank you so much. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!